Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from Mornings on 91X. As always, I have my beer partner in crime, Paul Segura, with me, brewmaster from Karl Strauss. And today I have a brewery with me that is brand new to me. I've never tried them, so I'm super, super excited about this. I have brought Ebullition Brew Works here today. We have... Is that right?
Ebullition.
Ebullition. See, I knew I was going to mess it up. Did we not just talk about this? We've got Jesse, the principal, the head janitor, the kind of everything. And then this is Mike. Mike, what is your title?
HMFWIICOB.
Which stands for?
Head mother who is in charge of brewing.
I like that. I love. See, we need more. We need more titles like that.
We do.
You know, brewmaster.
Who's that? Who's just some guy?
Well, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming on Beer for Breakfast.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So what are we starting out with today?
This one is the Pilsner.
All right.
So it's going to be a little more unique. We put a little rye in it, and also a touch of caraway. So you're going to get that nice rye spice to it, but it's still going to be nice and crisp and light. But it's just got a little more meat on its bones.
I dig it. Rye and caraway.
Man, that's Mike's recipe.
It's a deli rye pilsner is the name of it. So I tried to recreate a loaf of rye bread with it.
Excellent. I like how everybody makes their own music, you know? Everybody's kind of got their own thing going on.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, this is cool.
Cheers. Smells a little spicy.
Oh, I don't feel like I've ever had a Pilsner that tastes like this before. This is interesting.
That's delicious.
Thank you.
Yeah, we took this one down to the SD Brewfest too, and it was perfect for the time, I think. Just light, crisp, but a little bit of something, you know.
It's got enough interesting flavor for like the beer nerds, the people like us who drink beer for the flavor, but it's also approachable enough for
Totally.
you know, anybody off the street who might drink, you know, macro beer.
Yeah, we get a lot of, I'm not into Pilsners. Oh, but I like that one, you know?
Yeah.
Because they think, oh, I don't want something kind of fizzy yellow, but then they taste that and it's got a little more character to it, you know?
So the rye kind of hits you in the finish. The caraway, they don't hit you right up front, but you wait a minute and then it's like, bam, you get it on the back of your tongue.
Yeah, and it kind of comes out as it warms a little bit, you know, you start to notice that a little more.
Right.
Because we take a real soft hand with the caraway, you know, we don't want it to be too floral.
It does taste like I just had some bread. And so it kind of makes me want, I feel like this would be really good with maybe like any Italian food to pair it with, you know, maybe like some spaghetti or some lasagna.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That's an
Forget the
interesting
bread,
take.
have the beer instead. I would think that the two would like pair very well together.
Forget the bread, have beer instead. I think that's
right?
the new,
That's
the new
that's your
slogan.
next shirt, by the way, for your Pilsner. That's the slogan
it.
for your next shirt. There you go.
Note that down.
Beer's just liquid bread if you know,
That's true. That's
kind of
true.
look at the ingredients.
No doubt.
So, tell us a little bit of the story. When'd you guys open? Where'd you come from?
So we both came from home brewing, and Mike, you know, much longer than myself. But my wife worked at Stone, and we were always going to these events and things, and I'm like, oh, you can make this stuff at home, like. I'm in, you know, so I got a kit, and my roommate Aaron and Mayor and I started home brewing, and he since went off to brew at Acoustic Ales, and now he has a web show called What's on Draft with his good friend Tom Killianoy.
We've had them on the show
Oh
before.
yes,
right.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
we,
right, yeah.
We will talk about What's on Draft. Those are
Okay,
some
cool.
fun guys.
Right on.
When you go to their website, that's his green car on the,
Yeah, that's they're awesome. So started home brewing with Aaron and then my cousin as well, and we were like, you know what, we were sharing the brew and people were digging it, and we're kind of in the corporate, you know, world, and we're like, you know what, maybe we should just break out and do just a small thing. You know, we wanted to do like a nano, open it up on the weekends, like old school Hess style, and just let people try it, and you know, it was like a glorified hobby, right? And things just kind of progressed, and then we brought on another partner, and he was really into going a little bigger, and then it just turned into a 10 barrel. And
So you started with a 3-barrel system, then jumped up to a 10-barrel.
yeah, exactly. We actually
up.
never even started the 3-barrel. We just went right into 10 barrel, but yeah, it's, we finally made it happen, and we met Mike along the way. As we scaled up the brewery, we realized that we're not going to be able to do all this ourselves. We have we're going to need a brewer. So we met
I'm
Mike.
guessing you met him around Christmas time. He brought you some gifts.
That's it. Yes,
Right on a sleigh.
yeah, he had the elves. Told the elves to kick rocks, and he's grabbing them.
I make a beer. Forget the milk.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, and then Mike's really been instrumental in getting us where we are today. So Mike, if you want to give a little background.
A little background, I started brewing in 1994. Again, home brewing, extract. Did extract way too long, then finally, pulled the trigger and went all grain, and the quality went, quantum leap forward. Let's see, learned
Just being
quite
able to
a bit
control
of
that variable.
That's right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Makes all the difference in the world.
My goal in life actually was to make a yellow fizzy beer after about my third batch, when I just can't get it light enough. What's wrong? And somebody said, go all grain. So I did. Made my yellow fizzy beer and said, okay, done with that. Let's go. But let's see. I learned quite a bit of brewing from the Quaff Brew Club.
Yep.
Currently a member of the...
Quaff, by the way, stands for the Quality Ale and Fermentation Fraternity. They're a award-winning homebrew club here in San Diego, best in the nation. Like, I don't know how many years.
Yeah, they kill it.
5 or 6. Yeah.
They're awesome. Any homebrewers out there, you got to join Quaff. They're awesome. Sorry.
Well, so anyway, as he said, we met at a mutual friend introduced us, and I just said, how do you do? Do you need a brewer? And he says, yes.
As a matter of fact.
Whoa. I was, all right. Yeah. I had just retired from teaching, so
Very cool.
there it is.
Good for you.
And then it only took us, 3 years?
3 years after that, we finally opened.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was a long journey, but we made it.
Well, this is an interesting beer. What is this?
Yeah, Mike, you want to take this
So
one
this
away?
is our ancient Egyptian Hecate, which is... I did a lot of research on the internet on how ancient Egyptians brewed beer, and from the hints and the recipes, I put this together. So it's got, besides the barley, it has some spelt in it, which is an ancient wheat grain. It's got dates, honey, ginger.
Oh, I've never heard of this before. I'm really excited.
Well, Egypt was off to a head start long before most everybody else. The ancient Sumerians and Babylonians and...
Well,
Egyptians
people would be paid in beer. They would pay their taxes in beer. So.
The earliest known writings of mankind were beer recipes and prayers to the goddess Ninkasi that the beer would turn out good,
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
that's where it started, man. So these guys went back into history, and
We should go back
It
to paying
tastes
our bills
great.
with beer.
I think we should bring back the paying taxes and beer.
Yeah. In.
heck, I might go to work at the IRS if that happens.
There you go, right? Yeah.
It's good. You can taste the dates and you get the spices in there.
It's different,
and
right? It's more of a savory
It is.
beer. Yeah.
So to be above, reproach with the government, you had to throw in just a hot pellet or sprinkle
that's
some hot
right.
dust
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
on there, right?
That salt sprinkle guy, right? Is
That's
that what
right,
you
yeah,
did?
exactly.
Just
Yeah.
the little hops.
Yeah, you got to keep it legal.
This is
Yeah.
interesting. So it comes in at 4.5%, so really low ABV. You could have quite a few of these and still
yeah,
be able
all
to
day.
walk, but it
For
has
sure.
a ton of flavor in it.
Yeah, that the dates and the ginger really come through right up front, and then it kind of rounds out, with that spelt and the honey.
So you guys had to brew this again because the first time it was super popular. So there's possible, opportunity for a year-round thing, perhaps, if it...
Potentially, I think it's gotten some great notoriety, in different publications and things, and people have been really latching onto it. And we thought, we'll brew, 15 gallons of this, and it'll be fun. It'll be a novelty. And they're like, no, we need growlers. You got to take it to scale. We're like, all right,
Nice.
cool.
So can you explain what your brewery's name means?
Yeah, we get it a lot. It's
Ebullition, right?
Ebullition, yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, this time.
Yeah, it's from the root word ebullience, and it means to boil. So it's a stage in the brewing process, which we liked, but it also has a dual meaning, and that's like an outpouring of passion, joy, intensity, and we thought that was appropriate, to beer.
Because that's what happens to people when they drink your beer.
They get ebullient.
And buoyant.
Yeah, that's right, man.
That's
I'm
fun.
getting that way right now. I like this beer a lot, man. It's, and it's obviously served unfiltered, but, this is how beer was for a long, long, long time. Hops are really just a relatively new
For
thing.
transport.
1400s.
And,
Yeah.
And that's why I think we got to keep it small, because it doesn't have the big hop profile to really, keep that longevity on the shelf. So it's going to be probably always small batch unless the demand is so great that, scale makes sense.
I just like that it's really different. I've never even
Something
heard
novel,
it before. It's
right?
totally
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
It's,
Mix it up.
What did you guys do for the yeast? Did you go back and source
I wish.
an historic?
Yeah, we caught some fruit flies out at an oasis. No, we just used some.
I was
White Labs
hoping there
yeast.
was going to be you went into a mummy
be cool.
tomb
Yeah, did a
or
little
something
swab,
like that.
cultured it from one
swabbed
cell
his
and-
mouth or something.
That's right. That would
We'd
be
have to
pretty
change our
slick.
name to Dogfish Head if we're going to go.
Oh yeah,
go,
that's
yeah.
true. They,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Sam
Add all
does
the
crazy.
craziness in there.
Yeah.
So, Wolfpack IPA is what's up next, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of hazy IPA is what you were
This
saying?
is more of a New England style.
Okay.
And it's so lower bitterness, a little softer mouthfeel, and it's a smash beer. So it's a single malt and single hop, and it's a base malt of Maris Otter, and a really unique hop that we found through Hophead Farms. It's from Slovenia. It's called Styrian Wolf.
I've had this.
Have you really?
Yes, I
Yeah.
work over at Thorn Brewing,
Oh,
and we
really?
just did a beer with the
Oh,
same hop, and it
cool.
was the first time I'd ever tried it. So I'm really interested to see what you guys did with it.
Yeah, and Mike had the idea, let's do a smash with it, because that way you really get to see what the hop does, And as the New England style, you get to see a whole different face to it than just, bitter, piney, resiny, resinous. So,
It's got a little bit of a citrus rind nose.
yeah, I think strawberry, melon, and then a
licorice,
hint of licorice, a little mint.
Wow.
It's different. It's unique, but it's shot to our #1 seller in the tasting room
It's really good.
over our we
Now
have a
that
tropical.
you say mint and strawberry, I do get those.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it
totally
smells like. Let's get that strawberry.
Yeah, you lie like a rug.
Strawberry.
There it is,
It's not
yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
blueberry. It's the strawberry this time.
Wow, it's delicious.
It's really good.
Super fruity.
Yeah, very fruity, yeah. And that's what I like about the New England style. It shows you a whole different side of hops, that you don't typically see, at least on the West Coast, right?
Well, this is what I love about smash beers too. Is that using one single hop variety, you can really get a nice perception of
Totally.
what that variety's
Yeah,
like.
it helps know the ingredients. That's what I like about White Labs too, is that you can go in, try the same wort with 2 different yeasts and go,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's spicy, or that one's, a little sweeter, whatever, yeah.
So, are you going to keep this sort of series going on, using the same maybe wort but different hop varieties?
I think so. What do you think, Mike?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever the boss
the
tells
wind
me.
takes
Going with it.
Yeah, we have another one, the Grüngeist, that we're going to be doing. It's another smash beer, and I think that one's going to be really good. It's more of the fruit characters as well, but I think, it's going to be a good one.
So where is your brewery located? Where can we find you?
We're in the Vista Business Park, kind of
Okay.
right in the heart of all the other breweries there. We were number 17 out of 17, and but there's more on the way,
That's off Sycamore, right?
Sycamore, La Mirada, and we're up on the hill.
And then Sycamore and Grand is closer.
We're right in between the two. Yeah, up on the hill overlooking Sycamore. Cool. Yeah.
Good beer
Right off
coming
the
out of
78.
Vista.
Oh man, it's hard to find a bad beer up there right now. It's really good. I mean, everywhere out here. It's just solid breweries, but hopefully we can,
Well, that
sustain.
hop highway is home to a lot of great breweries, man, including you guys.
So, do you guys have anything coming up at all? Any events, anything like that? It is President's Day weekend this weekend, so long holiday weekend. Anything going on?
Yeah, we're going to start ramping up the events a little more. We got a band, a German rockabilly band coming up. Yeah, and then for Valentine's Day, we're doing Valenstein. So we're doing like a one-off stein that people can buy and get a fill, free, not a free fill, but a fill. And then we're going to have another band, Tiffany Jane and the Kicks, that day. Food trucks, so that'll be fun. That'll be Saturday, the 17th.
Very cool.
So, yeah, and then we've got some more planned out in the future. So just trying to ramp it up.
What's the best way to keep up with what you guys are doing?
Facebook, Instagram, all the classics there. Yelp's
Come by
always
and
good.
ask us. That's the best.
Yes.
Yeah, come on in.
Come in.
Sure.
That's the perfect way. Great. Well,
Yeah, go talk to the beer Santa.
he's got you. So finishing it off, you guys brought in some dessert, Russian Imperial Stout, coming in at 9.4. So
That looks
got a little
beautiful.
bit of kick.
Yeah, you want to explain
Perfect.
this one, Mike?
Deep mahogany brown.
Sure. We made a Russian Imperial Stout, and we aged it. We aged it in bourbon oak barrels. And so,
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
we left it in there for 2 or 3 months, and it was the first use out of the distillery for the barrel, so it pulled a lot of that bourbon character out.
Yeah, you'll get a little bit of char, on there. You get a little bit of the vanilla from the oak. And then I think that Russian Imperial quality it balances in there. We kept it relatively low alcohol for the style, just because we wanted it to be, smooth and drinkable, not a lot of hot phenolics, that kind of thing. So diffuse alcohol.
You guys didn't have to blend this down or anything, did you?
No, we didn't. No.
First gen barrels, all you really need is about 3 months to get.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah, we
got
kept
plenty
it
of
light.
bourbon, oak,
I think so too.
vanillins.
I think so too. It balances, well. You don't lose that Russian quality and just have bourbon.
Right. Yeah.
So when it comes to barrel aging beer, how many times can you get use out of that barrel?
About 3 times.
About 3 times? Okay.
Well, if you're going for the bourbon and oak flavor, but as long as they hold
Exactly.
liquid, you can, about 3 gens is all you want to use if you're going to
Get the
bourbon and oak,
yeah.
but then you can use them for souring
Sure. Yeah, all day, right? Yeah.
long after that.
No doubt. Yeah, we're doing a Belgian strong in the next, for these barrels, the next round, and hoping for just more of that oak character. Not as much as the bourbon, but just a hint.
You might have to let it go, a little bit
6
longer to get
months
the
or
same
something.
amount as you got in this one.
Yeah, for sure.
With each generation, you get less and less of that bourbon and vanilla and oak flavor.
So is it just kind of like trial? Like you don't really know how long, you don't know exactly what you're getting?
We taste it along the way, and kind of go, maybe just a little more time, and then pull it, when we feel like it's been enough, enough time in there. And if it needs to be,
basically take what Mother Nature gives you,
Totally.
what the barrels give you.
yeah, or you could always blend it down, like you say, just to, if it's too hot or something like
Yeah.
that, too much character. So
You guys nailed it right out of the gate, man.
Cheers.
This is good.
Yeah, Mike, I think you did a solid job on this one.
So when did you guys open in July, was it?
Soft opening in July, official grand opening. We did 2 days, 2 weekends, November and first week of October. So yeah, it's we had some great reception, and just trying to keep that rolling.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations and welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having us on. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really stoked to get to try your beers. Garrett was telling me all about you guys, and I was like, I've never even heard of them, and so
Yeah,
I'm
we're
super
kinda, yeah.
stoked that, because this is phenomenal beer, and like I said, there's really great beer coming out of Vista in North County, and I'm super stoked for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you more in the coming years and see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Paul, as always, thanks for hanging out
My
with
pleasure.
me.
Get to meet brewers and drink beer. This is a cool gig.
Right, exactly. And thank you for watching. As always, you can find the previous episodes of Beer for Breakfast ABV on 91x.com. And thanks for joining us, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.